trade unionists included. And I thought that was very good, and of course, called it a terrorist state.
Yeah, he did.
It is. And the news is, of course, there's guns on the boats, and they were in hands of the Israeli military, whose state is dripping in the blood of innocents. And he articulated that, and I was so pleased. We've got Unite banners on here, UCU as well, which is excellent. And this was all spontaneous, of course, isn't it? Phone call,
very quick,
phone call. The collective anger and indignation is tangible.
It is tangible.
And I hope, we all hope, that this is the tipping point. This is where
Israeli leaders, Israeli strategists have recognised the increasing pressure, the enormous amount of pressure that their regime is under from the international community, from millions of ordinary people like you and I around the world supporting their boycott, divestments and sanctions campaign against Israel, who are increasingly recognising that Israel resembles an apartheid state, who are increasingly recognising that Israeli leaders ought to be brought before the International Criminal Court, who are increasingly recognising that Israel is a pariah state and Israel is a terrorist state. They're feeling that pressure, and my view is that they felt in their insanity, in their panic, in their hysteria, they felt that the best way to react to this peace flotilla was to deliberately carry out an act of mass murder in order to deter future aid flotillas from sailing to the waters of Gaza.
And we know that the Harper government is never going to do that. In fact, the Harper government was shamefully the first government to support the illegal siege on Gaza and has actively defended every illegal action of the Israeli government since that time. So we're not waiting for any miracles now, because our government will not fulfill its duties as a government to hold Israel accountable to international law. It is our duty, our responsibility to the people of Gaza, to the people on those boats who put their lives on the line, to fill the gap left by our government. We need a people's foreign policy, a people's foreign policy that says that no state is exempt from international law. The human rights architecture that Israel violates with impunity, including the Geneva Conventions, was the international community's response to the horrors of the Nazi Holocaust. We simply cannot allow Israel and its apologists to demolish this sacred architecture that is humanity's best and only defense against barbarism. So, how do we do it? How do we fill that gap? 3 words, my friends: boycott, divestment, and sanctions. Our only course of action!
Okay. It's the longest occupation in the world, but I'm not going to argue numbers. It's too long, right? It's this is the longest occupation in the world, and people are suffering. I mean, I've been to the West Bank and Gaza twice. So I've seen myself what's going on.
And what do you believe as the solutions for the current conflict?
Well, I think Israel has to remove itself from illegal settlements. They're basically all illegal. They have to dismantle the wall. They have to drop the siege. I'm not necessarily putting this all in the order.
I understand.
I mean, the first thing is actually to drop the siege of Gaza. I mean, people are really, really suffering there, and you can't even get basic necessities in it. And it's to isolate people to that extent, to take away people's basic human rights, is to me unconscionable. So I mean, that's number one, is to stop the siege. And it seems like, I mean, it's ironic, but unfortunately what happened with the first boat and the Turkish citizen and the Turkish American being killed, I mean, it has now caused the world, I think, the international community to stop and think. And even, as I understand it, even the Americans are now thinking that, they've got to do something about the siege. So I think that's number one. But beyond that, I mean, there has to be some kind of settlement, whether it's negotiated or whether, it's somehow imposed. Palestinians have to have their land back.
Morning Range, I'm here because I'm outraged at the attack on the peace convoy, or the peace flotilla, and I should be here tomorrow as well, and every evening as long as this continues.
by the Israeli state. I want to just show how angry I feel about it. Those people were going to help the people from Gaza who are blockaded by the Israelis, bombarded by the Israelis, blockaded by the Israelis, and we want to help them. It was aid, cement taken from ordinary people in this country to show how much they care about the people of Gaza. And what the Israelis done is outrageous, and every politician should be telling the Israelis it's outrageous and it has to stop, and those people have to be released and looked after.
Why don't we go to the top?
Palestine will be free! Palestine will be free!
My name's Naomi. I am a member of Jews for Justice for Palestinians. I hope all of you are aware of the existence of that organisation. I'm also a founder member and secretary of Jews for Boycotting Israeli Goods, and I want to endorse everything that Tom from UCU has said about the importance of the boycott, divestment and sanctions campaign. This is the way to challenge this rogue state, which, let me stress, does not represent Judaism or the Jewish people. I'm only in Manchester by accident. I live in London. I'm here to visit my old mother. I heard about this. I came along and straight away I meet 3 or 4 Jewish friends who I've met through Palestine Solidarity activity. Don't let the Israelis pull the wool over your eyes. Why did they pick on the Turkish vessel to attack? Why not the vessels that contain primarily Christian or people of no other faith activists? They pick on the Turkish vessel because they can go around saying, ha, it was full of Islamic terrorists. Then, when there is an upsurge in anti-Semitic activity because of their actions, they'll say, see, they all hate us, it's all just because we're Jews, we're defending ourselves, our lives, our security. It's the old Israeli lie. Please, do not buy into that lie. As Jewish activists, a number of us are here today. Okay.
Israel seem to just do what they want when they want, but I do think we should have been a lot more severe on them then. But then we should be a lot more severe on them on everything, as opposed to settlements and the blockage on Gaza. I mean, something needs to be done about this country. I mean, they're saying that the Palestinians are terrorists, but in my eyes, they're the terrorist state. So something needs to be done about everything, and they're just getting away with everything.
Being German, I have always been for the Israeli. But now the time has come. Stop being a bully to the Arab world. What Hitler used to do to you, you're doing to the Arabs today. Israel, you should sit on the table with the Arabs, discuss the problems and find a peace solution. It is enough. You played enough. It's time to have for action. Israel, you will get hurt one day, and I'm speaking from my heart. As I said, I always was on your side. I'm not anymore. I'm on the side of the Arabs to help them to have peace. Because if we have peace in your region, we will have peace around the world. And that's what I have to say to you, Israel. Wake up. And all the Jewish people in this country, be on the side for peace. Don't just talk. It's time to act.